Yeah, I know what type of time I'm on when I step in the scene, man. Had them bottles ready, had them sparkles ready. It's gonna be a good night. Last time around, it was different. Somebody tell them pay attention, nigga.
Here we go. You, welcome to this brand new episode of Another City Opinion Podcast. It's your boy John, and my host in the back, who's now going to be hosting in the front for the foreseeable future, my guy, Dev.
My wife had to take a little break.
So, I know she's our favorite actor of the show, so
Y'all got me.
she's going to be taking a brief intermission. She'll be back in the future, but for now, it is me and Dev. So, I think my service went in and out, so I'm gonna give it a second. Once it picked back up, we'll go right to.
Apple cider vinegar
You said apple cider vinegar.
and water.
Alright.
Supposed to help clean the toxins in your body. Shit is
Yeah.
nasty though.
Yeah, I gotta do. Eventually, I gotta do that. I've been saying it for a while now. I'm gonna do that juice cleanse. I'm gonna get that juice cleanse going. Juice cleanse, and I'm gonna start adding that sea moss and all that good
Go
shit.
get a colonic. Go get you a colonic.
So it's time to filter out the body, man. Just whenever the body decides to, go out of function, it goes out of function. But I'm gonna try to do my best to keep it as smooth and functional as possible. So might as well just help my body continue its functionality.
Go get that colonic. Go get that colonic.
But
Go get that colonic. That colonic.
Been looking at some stuff. Oh hell no, man! I told you I would need a. Oh no, like no offense. It will have to be a female doctor. It would have to be that those memes scare me when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Those memes scare me.
Nigga said.
2 hands on the shoulder.
Can you feel me now? Can you feel me? Yeah, that show's funny as hell.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Shout out to T Ryan. That nigga said, "Can you feel me? What about now? What about now?" That shit funny as hell, man.
We be hearing about these, freaky doctors and shit, man.
Nigga put you under and shit. Here goes some laughing gas and shit. You pass out and you wake up, whole asshole hurt. Like, damn, what the fuck? Oh, you're clean, you're better. Make sure everything was up there, was all right and cleaned out, and you're good. I assure you.
But like I said, it better be a female doctor. If it ain't a female doctor, man. I know I sound ignorant though. I do sound ignorant. That sounds.
It does, but it's truthful because I ain't gonna even hold you. When I was looking to get my my snip and shit, I haven't done it yet. But when it was a male doctor, I was like, I don't know, I don't feel right, bro. I know he's a professional and it's their job, but it's kind of like I feel like as a woman, when you be weirded out by like a male gyno.
I think at this point they've been trying to limit. I feel like they've been switching it up in current time. I thought there's still like some male, but I think nowadays there's a little more women in the field, and people are like women are going to women to do that because of said freaky doctors.
So again, the women don't feel comfortable with the man. The men don't feel comfortable with the man. So we just all need women doctors. More women doctors.
The men can still do the doctoring, but it's shit they just gotta,
because the ladies on certain, I'm saying certain fields and occupations, they just gotta stay around.
Even in them certain fields
And
and occupations, they just gotta like, yo, could what's his name do it? Yeah, fine, bring it over, get it over with.
yeah,
But
shit nasty.
service is a little trippy, but let's get right to it. Entertainment continues. I know they're dealing with some real life accusations, allegations, but 50 has been also keeping track with it and giving his jokes here and there. And now his baby mother has allegedly been caught up in the whole, whole accusations that deal with Diddy. And 50 can stand to who he is, made some jokes about it. She didn't like it, and then she accused him of certain things. And now we are here. And obviously, Diddy still going through his allegations and accusations. What was your overall thoughts on the whole 50 and his baby mother situation?
Um, 50 got mad, is pretty much mad because he's his baby mama a sex worker. I mean, how you gonna be mad? You met her working in his field. And there is a stigma, and I say that all the women that work, as video vixens and stuff like that. But at this point, your mama, she gonna be in your life for the rest of your. She gonna be in your life. That's on the verge of being arrested too, because for some reason these niggas all like fucking with the same people, women, men, and everything anyway. So at this point, 50, although it's entertaining because 50 just a funny nigga, it is what it is. 50, you knew what that lady was about.
Yeah, but what do you also feel about her
Niggas
response to his?
niggas love falling in love with
Well,
because that's 50 Cent. That's what the nigga do.
I'm saying necessarily don't mean like sometimes you don't have to fall in love for a baby to be made in this world,
Right.
But usually, when you commit,
Yeah, I mean nothing surprised me with 50 though.
But I won't say, but obviously he took the joke route about it. But what do you feel about her response and accusing him of certain things in response to his joking of the situation?
I mean, I feel like a lot of shit gonna come to light, whether it's true or not. I feel like she's gonna say some wild shit to make him look bad because he's actively making her look bad. So it's more of a tit for tat thing. And I don't know if it's a situation where she was like, I ain't saying shit because you ain't saying nothing about me, but now that you saying something, I'm gonna respond. It could be that, but I feel like it's just more of a, all right, you've been trying to embarrass me. All right, nigga, I'm gonna embarrass you type shit. But is it gonna hold any weight? Is anybody gonna believe it?
I'm saying now, and
I don't know.
even if it was true, I don't think the way she went about it, no one would believe her. Unfortunately for her,
Yeah.
But
At this point, ain't nobody gonna believe it anyway because of how it's coming about.
But do you think that's a okay thing for, like, say, a man and a woman who used to deal with each other get into a situation or a little rift, and a woman starts dropping allegations, accusations?
I definitely think it's in poor taste because I've seen people do that. They be They be cool with shit, and then like once shit go left, it's like, okay, now I got this on your ass. Like, okay, now I'm gonna say this. And when you do it like that, you're less likely for people to believe you because it seemed almost vindictive. Like, if you just, God forbid, y'all just had y'all situation and you were like, I love 50. He's gonna be in my life forever. I just, respect. I just have not but the utmost respect for him. And then at some point, if somebody asks a question about it and you didn't bring it up, and you're like, yo, well, I'm not the person to tell nobody personal business, but I can only speak my truth, and this was my truth. And then I think that would be more received. But because 50 has said so much, now it look like, okay, I'm just say some wild shit, and nobody's gonna believe you because first off, it's 50 Cent. He's a known troll, and so it's really nothing you can say about 50 that people gonna be like, that people ain't gonna be like, oh, they just mad because 50 talking shit.
Yeah, but he's consistent. He talks shit about everybody for the most part.
Always.
Yeah,
It
so
never fails.
it's consistent. So it's not like well, you can obviously say he be picking on certain people, but he talks about everybody. Especially if he don't really rock
Yeah.
with you, he's gonna talk.
I
about
mean, some will say he's bulletproof.
yeah. But the
Remember the game Bulletproof?
yeah, that was a
I actually
good
used to
game.
like that game.
Good game.
I actually like that game.
That was back when
This
50
nigga
was,
50 had a
that was back when 50 was doing his thing in the music industry and going crazy. Now, slid over to
And nigga had a whole video game, bro.
yeah. That's crazy. In like in a peak run.
Yeah. And that was my shit too. I used to love Bulletproof.
Right. Um, let's get to like back to obviously when we did when we last did the episode, we talked about the Diddy raids on Diddy, and then obviously we have the new allegations that brought obviously 50's baby mother into the situation. I was saying when we covered Diddy last week, the raid had happened, and obviously there was a new lawsuit that came out, but the details of the lawsuit didn't come out, and obviously the new detail basically said women had this new detail. It was basically Low Rod. I think that's the producer's name. He
Yeah, the guy
edited.
who wrote the production for the Love album.
So basically, putting new information into the obviously to his lawsuit. That's where 50's baby mother got thrown into it. Another model got thrown into it, and Young Miami was also there was all talk said there was all sex workers allegedly, and Young Miami's also was someone who got Diddy drugs, and they talked about that. So
said it was sex trafficking. Crazy thing about it, when you use terms like that, we automatically think like, somebody trying to kidnap kids for sex work and shit. But honestly, it was just prostitutes being flown out. Like, to me, that's what it's based on. 50's girl and the other prostitute or a woman. Basically, Diddy was flying out bitches to fuck at the parties.
I think they could say that, but I think because obviously all three of those women are of age, clearly of age. But I don't know how the rules apply with sex trafficking. I think when you do sex trafficking, it all deals with, I think, closer to, I could be wrong, but I'm gonna look it up and make sure I'm correct. But I think it deals with closer to consent age, people in stuff in that term,
Uh-huh.
sex.
I'm just saying, like, the way they make it seem like, because again, if you take it prostitutes to states or places where I guess prostitution isn't legal, then that would be considered sex trafficking.
Oh, but it says this. It says that the action or practice of illegally transporting people from one country or area to another, but and I
Yeah,
don't think
for sex work.
yeah, but I don't think they was what would be illegally transportation? Meaning like forcing them to like if you fly them out,
I
would that be illegal? I'm just
I
asking.
think it's a I think it's illegal because of their occupation. You taking them to places where prostitution might not be a legal practice.
Oh, can look at that way too. Because I'm trying to think like how do you leave if you willingly go and you're
Yeah, you take a flight and you pay to perform a service, then that's just what it is. But I think if you've flown out to places where prostitution isn't legal, then that would be considered illegal sex trafficking, or that would be considered sex trafficking. Because I think like if you take certain drugs, like you take weed to a state that's not legal, then that would be considered drug trafficking. Look at Shorty from the WNBA,
cool.
the one who just was locked up, Brittany Griner.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty much would be considered drug trafficking because the laws against drugs are more extreme in the country that she was in. So that's considered drug trafficking. Whereas I think with sex trafficking, it's similar in that regard, where you're taking sex workers to a place where prostitution is probably not a legal practice. And therefore that would be considered sex trafficking to me.
True. But
But when you say sex, because it's such a it's such a hot word. So when you say sex trafficking, it sounds like crazy in a way. But these are all consenting adults of age that was paid to perform a service. So it's like, yeah, sex trafficking, but is it sex trafficking?
But yeah, so I see your point, but yeah, that obviously those allegations came out, or more stuff, more accusations, allegations is coming out. Obviously, Diddy still hasn't been arrested. They've been recording him just chilling in his Miami home.
Yeah, they just called him. He said hi to some people and shit.
That he bumped music, but yeah, for the most part,
Is he on a no fly?
not that they stated it, not to us. They haven't said it if he was. I don't think they've I don't think they've let it be known.
Yeah. But they probably got his ass on a no fly. Shit crazy, man. I'm not gonna me and Drew was talking about this last night, like, separating the man from the music. Are you able to do that with Diddy? Until like something hard sticks, and it depends on what it's about. The good thing about Diddy is like what's different from R. Kelly is because Diddy is more of a producer, and so his music isn't so much connected to who his character is at the moment, or what we perceive his character to be, versus R. Kelly, whose music was very like sexual, and all the his cases was sexual in nature. So it's like rehearing some of the shit. It's like, okay, I can't really rap with this one no more. But to each his own. But I again like R. Kelly. God forbid Diddy is found guilty of these sexual misconducts. I can still separate the man from the music. So But we're gonna see. We're gonna see what comes from it.
We're gonna see how it plays out. And speaking of more controversy, Ye has been sued, or has been, he's been relatively been in the news a lot these past couple of weeks, but he's also being sued by a former for hostile work environment at the Donda Academy.
So the nigga try to put a prison, jail cell in there.
And they try to say allegedly he praised Hitler and he spoke of going for the gays.
So was this person gay?
Not to I know. He said gay people are not true Christians, allegedly. That's the
Based on
person
the
who suing
religion?
him said.
Based on religion? I don't want to talk about that because again, if you are a devout Christian, the Bible does tell you and speak on stuff in that way. And so, yeah, saying that is not what his, although, religion, there's text as a Christian. I don't talk about religion at work because it's a very sensitive topic, but in our religion, there is text that will support his opinion. So I just think there's a time and place for everything. What the suit, I don't think is really gonna stick. Because when it comes to,
I'm saying I hear your point. Basically, there's certain beliefs and stuff. There's, like you said, there's certain parts that support different ideas versus other people's ideas. But I don't know. I feel like he's said a lot of things that people definitely disagreed with. I was saying,
yes,
I heard your point. You was making a point about how certain texts and certain people's belief systems support obviously different ideas and beliefs versus what people believe. And that's where sometimes certain conversations get a little tricky because obviously
right,
you makes it you can't really tackle certain things because for the most part, obviously, just speaking of religion, there's gonna be there's different religions, so everybody has like different perspectives on it.
right,
But like you can't really challenge one's religion if they believe a certain thing, unless I feel like it's something very extreme to like the extreme immoral or
right,
just extremely wrong.
yeah,
I feel like you just gotta go with what's right. But for the most part, you can't really challenge nobody's religion because that's what they believe in. They devote themselves to their religion. That's who they are. That's what they believe. So you can't
right. And
really.
then again, it becomes right because it becomes a matter of what they believe because again, the Bible or whatever Quran or whatever you might read, it might say a abbreviation of that. Sometimes people I know from, sometimes we read scripture and then we make up our own beliefs that somebody support our own ideas. And that's fucked up because it's like, yo, that's not what it said. But there are stories in the Bible that will tell you that certain lifestyles that if you're a Christian, God don't support. And what he does in those regards to not showing his lack of support for those lifestyles. that's in the Bible, whether you're a believer or not. That's a choice of yours. But Kanye being a believer and having a text that supports his beliefs and what he's saying, you can't really fight against somebody the same way nobody could fight up with you about your sexuality. So like, that's my religion. This is the text that supports what I believe. And so that's my belief. You might not believe that. You might not even believe in God. You might not believe in this. I can't fight you on it because that's your beliefs. But whether you like what I'm saying or not, I do have the text and that I do believe. And so this is what I believe. Like, you can't really fault me for believing in a supportive text and a text that many people follow. And so like that's what it is.
Yeah, but again, yeah, he's always gonna say something that's gonna ruffle a lot of people's feathers, and I feel like
It don't matter. It don't matter what he say.
I say that's true, and I think and we get to a certain point, like it's getting to the thin line of like of where does freedom of speech supposed to hold it down, and you know, because obviously he's being sued for discrimination.
Yeah. But they also tell you freedom of speech. Also tell you yeah. But they'll tell you freedom of speech isn't also doesn't give you the right to be a bigot or a racist or sexist or ignorant.
That is that is that is true, but freedom of speech entitles you to speak however however you choose to speak.
Right.
That's the whole purpose of it. You choose to speak however you speak. And
Yeah.
obviously, like we know, things in life have consequences. If you take a certain approach, you want to choose to say certain things, there's consequences for it.
Right.
Especially you say it to like the wrong person. Like
Facts.
it is what it is,
Yeah, that's a fact.
but but again, it's Jay, so obviously he he probably said some things, or it's because he's an easy person to like, because obviously
Yeah.
the shit he's been accused of, most people believe he would have said, or is what he has said due to other rants and outbursts of him speaking his mind. But the only thing is, I've never really heard Jay talk about. I know he's very religious, but I've never heard him talk about the LGBTQ plus community. I've definitely heard him talk about those specific people, and that's one of my all-time favorite Ye clips. Every time I see
Yeah.
it, I laugh. He was talking about his doctor, he was like, I'm not gonna tell you what what they from. I'm not gonna tell you because I'm gonna get in trouble. And then
Right.
5, 10 seconds left, and he said he was a Jew doctor. It's like he just said he wasn't gonna say shit, and then within like a little instance, nobody
Right.
asked him
He's a
for question.
Jew.
He was like, "But he's a Jew." I ain't gonna tell you what race or people they are, but
Right.
he's a Jew, and that's one of my favorite Ye videos. This is mad funny how that shit just went. But obviously, he's somebody that says things that do rub people the wrong way, and we've talked
Yeah.
about it. But I don't know. They making it
That Jay for you.
seem like shit was hell at his school academy, which is possible, but I don't know. I don't know if I fully believe it. In my opinion, it is in my opinion, but but it is what it is. What was I say? Oh, damn. So Al B. Shore says he obviously said he was working on like a documentary or something, like a tell-all, and obviously he got sick. And then recently, I don't know if he's adding to what the accusations, allegations, but he basically said, when I find out why I was in a coma, they're gonna really need to call Homeland. And obviously, you know what that's a not so subtle shot. Like it's not
Yeah.
so subtle, but subtle at the same time.
Right.
But when you say that, we know I Homeland. Oh, then Homeland. So what's your overall thought
Right.
on that? And you think this is gonna add a whole new layer of shit to obviously, make Diddy look a little crazy? And do you feel like with all this stuff, like how we just said with Ye, people just at this point are just piling on? Do you think people are just piling on because Diddy at this moment seems to be an easy target, or he was really
Yeah.
out here moving really foul?
I just like I be feeling like people be having the worst of timing. Like I could respect these allegations if it wasn't brought up once the allegations was already piled on. Like if Albie Shaw was in a coma and once he got from that coma, he came out and spoke his truth in that moment, then I'd be like, oh damn. Like I ain't gonna say I'm gonna believe it, but at least I respect what he's saying. And I don't put nothing past these niggas anyway, so I'd be like, yo, Diddy ass probably did some shit like that. I wouldn't really pick a side though. But like when it happened like this, after all the other allegations, it just like it becomes just another nigga trying to add something, just another nigga trying to get a piece of the pot.
Well,
That's
I'm saying
another
it, but
nigga.
he was in a coma for 3 months, so, and that started in the summer 2022. So I don't know
Uh-huh.
what's that process of getting everything functioning
Yeah,
to
yeah.
work again. So
Yeah.
maybe
Right, right.
it like again, it could be like you said, timing, but maybe he's at his strongest now because obviously everybody's body is different, and
Yeah.
and some people may take longer to recuperate and get more healthy. So I don't know. Maybe he was.
Even if he had issues with Diddy prior, at least if he spoke about like some disdain with Diddy prior, then he went into the coma, and then he came out and said this. It's just the time it be bad. Like if he voiced some concerns earlier, and then some shit happened, and now he's back in good health, where he can elaborate. It would make more sense. It just seems like no disrespect to Albie Shore, just another nigga trying to jump on the hype train. And so when situations happen like that, it becomes hard for me to believe these people. And I'm not saying none of them are lying. I'm not saying it's not right for you to speak your truth. I just think if you really want to be heard, you got to time it better. Even if he gave out little shit like just me and Diddy ain't been saying eye to eye for a couple of years or whatever, blah blah blah. I ain't gonna go into detail, but he did some foul shit once before, and we just been trying to work through it. And, like we don't really talk like that. It's a mutual respect because my son love him, and I love my son. But he ain't really ain't really my cup of tea or whatever. Then some shit happened. It's like I'll be sure did say he don't really fuck with Diddy or they don't fuck with each other like that. Damn. Now he out the coma. It's like then he like, yo, I've told y'all like previously, me and bro we ain't really rocking like that. And now here we are. I think I believe it more.
It's just crazy. It's all alleged and conspiracies. They said
Yep.
Cameron's coming out with a tell-all book. She passed. They said Albie at the time was working on his documentary, which he spoke about recently. He was working on it. Then he ended up in a coma.
Uh-huh.
So it's like the conspiracy theorists is going to run rampant with it.
Yes, they are.
They will run rampant as much as they can. They will run rampant with it.
Yep.
But I don't know, man. We just gotta sit back and see how all the cards play out because this
Yep.
has been one of the crazier times, crazier times, and like entertainment, arguably ever, but I would say one of the more crazier times.
Yeah.
Just a lot going on.
Yeah.
Let's get into some sad news. Obviously, we both watched Gen V spinoff of The Boys, and one of its main characters, actor Chance Perdomo, unfortunately passed away this weekend in a motorcycle accident.
Yeah.
And it's just very unfortunate because when I'm not gonna lie, when I first looked at the picture, I'm like, he looked recognizable, but I
Yeah.
don't really like. I was like, he looked recognizable. I don't think that's him. And I Googled him, like, damn,
That's
not my
crazy, man.
guy. But
I
condolences
yeah.
to family, his love.
Again, yeah, condolences. I liked his character. I think they really had something. Gen V's first season was really good, and he was a key part of that, pinnacle part of that. And so to see a young person die so early with a what would seem like a long career ahead of them is definitely unfortunate, man. So condolences to his family, and it's just bad, man. Ain't nothing else to really say about it.
Yeah, very sad.
Rest
And
Yeah,
condolences to
rest in
the
peace.
family. Want to say
Rest in power.
that's another show that we've watched that is all has had a main lead character
Yeah,
pass away.
yeah.
That's which gonna end up ultimately altering the show in general.
Right. Yeah.
Do you
They
think they
definitely gonna
cast him or because obviously
it's
that character's not really a part of the.
it's a key part of the show. Um and I think because it's only been one season, it's still a fairly new show where I don't think it has a bunch of eyes.
You
I
could
think
they could get away with it, but obviously the people who watched it in season one gonna see the difference.
yeah. I think they might tone his character down a bit just so they can bring his character back with somebody else. It's a important. He's a very important part of a young story developing. They still got time to switch the story because it's only had one season, so they could pivot and not have his character be such a pivotal part. But I also wouldn't be mad if they recasted him.
One of my favorite shows of all time had to recast Spartacus. They had to recast him.
I never watched Spartacus.
One of the best shows ever, all time. One
I
of the
never
best.
watched Spartacus.
But unfortunately, the main lead, he did the first season. He got sick. So they did a origin. So the second season was like a prequel season.
Okay.
So instead of doing it, they
Yeah.
basically altered it and did like a prequel season.
Uh-huh.
And unfortunately, health wise, he wasn't able to come back to the show, so they had to recast him. And then in the midst of them with the recast and continuing the show, he passed away
Oh
within
wow.
that time. But
Wow.
not gonna lie, still a great show. The guy who ended up recasting him did a great job. He did a great
Right.
job. But it was a good show. That's crazy. They really did a whole prequel season. Like season two technically was like
First.
yeah, it's
Really
like the first season because it takes
yeah.
place before the
Yeah.
events of season one, and then obviously
Yeah.
season three it goes back
Yeah.
to the current
Where
time.
they left off in season one.
Yeah, but like I said, season I think is one that's all like one of my all time favorite shows. Spartacus
I never watched Spartacus.
that's it's basically one of those action shits. It's like Gladiator,
Yeah.
and then but you should check it out.
Yeah. I it's one of those shows that I have like favorite to one day watch. I just never got to it. Cause I like the Greek mythology shit.
It's definitely a good one. It's definitely a good one. Matthew Underwood. Obviously, we talked about last week. We talked about Quiet on the Set, Matthew Underwood. He was on Zoe 101, which was a prominent show back in the Nickelodeon days.
Yep.
Just came out and said he was, assaulted by his agent.
Uh-huh.
So just with him coming out, a lot of shit was going down. I think, no, not to think negative. I think anything that deal with children in Hollywood, there might be a lot of foul shit going on, but it's just a lot going on with Nickelodeon in general.
Yeah. But does his agent has any relationship to Dan Snyder now and like his team?
Well, he said he quit acting because of it, but
Because I get it, like, yeah, okay, you were sexually assaulted, but you didn't say anything about it. And again, you can't really blame a kid for like not saying nothing, because I'm pretty sure.
no, he said he reported him, and the agent ended up being fired. And he said,
why
the
you talking about it now?
The agent is still active in the industry.
So what? I don't get his point. So you just trying to spotlight these sexual misconducts? Because if he reported it and an agent got arrested or got
because I guess they said he's telling his story. Basically, he said people had blown him up and calling him a pedo defender. I guess.
Oh, okay. But who did he defend?
I guess he defended Snyder.
Dan?
In the business of being.
That sounds like a motherfucker who say I got black friends. I can't be a pedo defender. I was sexually assaulted by somebody. How can I be a pedo defender? Like, I was the one who was once the victim.
Yeah, so basically he said he never had a bad experience with Dan. And I guess people didn't feel like a way about that. I guess
Because
fans in general felt a way of him.
Because when you say shit like that, when you got these people that got all these other accusations against them, you not helping the situation. Like it's almost like you pick a side.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing you should be saying is at this moment, like, yo, I'm with the victims, and their offenders should be prosecuted or brought to justice. That's it. Like, all you could be like, yo, I'm blessed to not have to, to not have had to deal with those type of things.
Again, but
my empathy goes out to those victims, and their oppressors should be held to the law. That's it. Shut the fuck up. Like, you're not helping the situation by saying, oh, I never had an issue with him. Who gives a fuck if you had an issue with him? That nigga was doing some freaky shit. I don't give a fuck if he never did some freaky shit with you. Like, that doesn't matter.
yeah, because at that point it's like people saying they had bad experiences with him, and you're saying like, oh, you never had a bad. At that point, like, you sound
like a sympathizer.
You share your story, but it's like you can still share your story, but you should not comment on the situation or like say something in regards of defending him, because obviously there's multiple people saying they had horrible experiences. Maybe you were the lucky ones that didn't have a bad experience with him. Maybe there was a few people that didn't have the bad experience.
And I'm pretty sure there are a few that didn't have a bad experience. But all you gotta say is, look, I'm not gonna speak on this, but my heart goes out to those who were affected by these accusations.
Mm-hmm.
I think who's ever guilty should be brought to the law, and that's it.
Yeah,
Because again, when you say shit like that, you sound like a sympathizer.
Because then, like, obviously, once you say anything, one's like, I've never, he's like, and with those allegations, is like, maybe he was lucky, or
Right.
maybe he was lucky, but there's multiple people coming out and saying, like, nah, he was horrible. And it's not even like,
Right.
there's older people that felt like he was
Right.
too.
Right.
So, like, people that was older that felt he was horrible. So it was like,
people old on the set, like, yo, you don't make him mad. Don't do this. Don't do that. Like,
but like I said, in that situation, I think it's a little reading the room. If you want to,
yeah, exactly.
you can say, like you said, you can say, oh, listen, I never had, maybe I was one of the fortunate ones and lucky ones
Right.
to never have a bad or experience anything of him doing in that nature. But like you said, my heart goes out for everyone that's had,
Right.
misfortune of having that bad experience or
Right.
whatever, and my heart goes out with them, and hopefully everyone gets the proper justice and proper healing to move on forward from the situation.
Right.
Or something along the lines of
Yeah.
but
Just like Kenan Thompson said, look, I'm thankful for Nickelodeon and all the opportunity they provided me. But at the end of the day, I'm not here to talk about none of that. I'm here to bring justice or find justice or help find justice for all these victims who had to deal with these harsh work environments while working at Nickelodeon. Fuck what I've been through. Fuck the good that came for me. I don't care about none of that. But I know a lot of people that are, that have been affected by these people. And my heart goes out to them. That's it.
But yeah,
like, it's that simple.
Nickelodeon is not gonna lie, they might have to hit them Nickelodeon, them producers, and they might have to get hit with that Rico, man.
It looked like it. They gonna clean house on Nickelodeon, bro.
You gotta come at all those. It's crazy. That's what is the crazy part about it. Because I'm pretty sure there was people doing some shit then, and they probably still in the industry working.
Oh yeah.
And there's amongst other children and other, like, as I said, oh man, especially Disney went crazy with that hire. How you hire someone that did that? That's really wild.
Niggas be good at their job.
Like, and Disney don't, like Disney hasn't really been really catching the slack that Nickelodeon has been getting through this documentary. Like, Nickelodeon is really going through it, but to have another, like, to hire him is really crazy.
Everybody go look. I think it's the business. It might not be Disney Day, but somebody gonna bring up some of this Big Mickey. I know, Mickey and them is powerful people and shit, but somebody gonna try it. And again, I always say this: where there are kids, there are sexual offenders. These places are fucking jungle gyms for these creeps. So I'm pretty sure Nickelodeon ain't the only place. But all this wild and heinous shit was happening. So.
But we'll transition to something lighter. Beyonce dropped her country album. Beyonce's country album has dropped. It's gotten some mixed reviews.
Because it's not as country as I thought it was going to be.
Obviously, she was going to put her own flavor to it. I haven't really heard the album yet, but I'm assuming.
But I'm saying she got some real like hip hop rap shit on here. So it's like
some country rap.
It ain't even really country rap. It's country songs with hip hop songs and more ballad songs, and you got little pop songs on there. It sounds like a Beyonce album in addition to a few country tracks.
Okay.
I've only given it one lesson while I was at work, and that's me working and doing something. But I'm hearing certain songs, I'm like, oh, that shit don't really sound country. Like what I would think country is, and then it's another song I'm like, oh shit, that's kind of popish. That's not really country. Taylor Swift was country pop too, so
That's
that could be that.
don't say Taylor Swift is definitely that's what her shit is
Yeah.
pop country.
So it's like, it's in that hue, it's in that realm, but it don't just have as much of a country feel as I thought it was gonna have.
Okay. So
But I don't really hear a lot of people talking about this the way the last album dropped. When the last album dropped, how the part one, how people going crazy for it, how that shit shut down the internet. I think this is something that's gonna have to like kind of grow on people. I don't hear like the Twitter spaces and the social media spaces ain't really saying much about the Beyonce album.
yeah, but it's Beyonce, so it's gonna attract all types of attention.
Yeah.
Well, the Queen has dropped, and she's testing the waters with some with the new genre.
Yeah.
Let's get into some movies / TV shows trailer. Did you see the Bad Boys 2 trailer? I said Bad Boys 2.
Bad Boys 4.
Yeah, I said Bad Boys 2. Jesus Christ. Bad
This
Boys.
is
Yeah, it's
what
Bad
is
Boys.
Bad Boy? This Bad Boys Forever or Bad Boys for Life? What's this called?
I think it's for life. Let's see.
It's one of them. I can't remember exactly what it was.
No, Bad Boys for Life is the one that was the third one. So it's Bad Boys.
Okay. So this one, Bad Boys Forever. Again, looks like a bad movie, just like Bad Boys 3. But I'm gonna watch it because I'm one of those idiots who talk shit but still go watch it because I'm a fan.
I'll let you know right now. I'm scrolling through Will Smith's IMDb. Oh, coming. Oh, it's Bad Boys Ride or Die.
That's trash.
Yeah, Bad Boys Ride or Die.
That's trash. It should have been like Bad Boys Forever. But again, it looks bad like the last one. The last one was ass. I'm pretty sure this one's gonna be ass, but I'm gonna go watch it because just one of those fans that just stick around until they stop. I go into it knowing it's gonna be bad. Will Smith got a Dominican son. He's back. So we're gonna see what it do. I'm definitely gonna go see it, but probably not. I'm gonna see it. I don't know how I'm gonna see it, but I'm gonna see it. And maybe we do a good bad binge worthy live from the movies. After watching Bad Boys Ride or Die. That's so bad. That don't even sound good. Bad Boys 4, Bad Boys Forever. Sound better than Bad Boys Ride or Die. That's trash. What you think?
Yeah. But they did the For Life before, so it makes sense. Ride or Die.
No, it should be Forever.
That's part of that's part of the shit. We're gonna ride together. We're gonna die together. Bad Boys for life. So
yeah,
that's like a part of the shit. So it makes
sense. Yeah. It's a part of the bad boy thing. Ride together, die together. Bad Boys for Life. So that's why they messed up. The last one should have been called Ride or Die. Then.
What's crazy? It sucks that I'm saying that term, and I just think about Jada and Will Smith at the Red Table Talk. The bad marriage shit. That shit pops into my head when I say it.
Bad Marriage for Life.
It's like that. All right, that sucks that shit pops up in my head when we talk.
Right. When you talk about that instantly comes up. It's unfortunate, but what do you think of the trailer so far?
I think it looks like they might be working with a little something.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's what it looks like.
I just know Martin is fat as hell.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it.
We're gonna see.
Definitely. But now let's get to another trailer that we forgot to cover on last week's episode. But this is our shit. It's finally coming
This
back.
the one. This the one.
House of Dragon Season 2. The trailer was released.
This the one.
Shit about to get real.
Shit about to go crazy, bro.
Everybody getting smoked.
Cause everybody got a fucking dragon.
Yeah, that's what makes the whole shit like much harder. Like, see, you could Daenerys ran shit.
Yeah, she just come smoke everybody. Like, look, all right, leave me alone. All right, we got beef. I'm coming wiping all you motherfuckers out. Everybody got a dragon.
Yeah.
So it's like everybody who got the bigger dragon, okay, cool. But nigga, you might got one big one, but my family got 4 of them motherfuckers.
They just jump the fuck out that big motherfucking dragon.
You know, it's like, yeah, you got the big one, but bro, we got 4, 5 of them motherfuckers around here. Like, this shit about to be fire, bro.
That's a fact.
This season about to be fire. Literally. And figuratively. A lot of fire coming from this episode, man. I didn't think I would be, I was so skeptical when this shit started. I'm like, why they always fucking going back with these fucking prequels? And I remember how long it took me to get into Game of Thrones. Remember, I used to tell you, John, I can't get past the first season. I can't get past these first couple of episodes. You like, keep going.
Because that first season is probably the slowest season. After that, it hits goals, home run.
You like, keep going. I'm like, John, I can't get past the shit. It's so fucking boring. Boom, I got past it. I'm all the way in. This shit, though, from day one, episode 1, I'm like, this shit different. This shit hit different. And I'm excited, man. The characters are good. The story is good. We got the, more story about the Mad King coming. We just it's just gonna answer a lot of shit from Game of Thrones. And I'm excited.
I'm not gonna lie, that first season had a lot of time jumps. You think we're gonna get
They did. Remember that was at first part of it was pissing me off because every episode was a time jump. But it worked though. It worked.
It did. In that case, it worked. But I'm just thinking like overall, like how
if they could keep doing it like that.
Because if they do that, it would just at one point, because obviously a majority of these characters won't be. What they said, this takes like towards like 120 years, like somewhere around that range. I would say 120 to 160 years before Game of Thrones as we know it. That's.
I think because shit getting so real right now, we're gonna see less time jumps than we did the first season. Because where they at in the story right now, you can't really do too much jump. Or it wouldn't behoove you to do a lot of jumping at this point.
At this point, they're about to go to war, so it's like,
what you jumping for? Give us the war. Like you could jump and be like, we just had this war, and then be like 2 years later after the war or something.
This war about to last. This ain't gonna be no light war. This war about to last a good amount of time,
bro. There's so many fucking dragons.
This war should at least, I think, this whole storyline is probably gonna last maybe 2 more seasons.
Yeah,
3 tops. But I'll say 2 more, and then they gotta start transitioning to either the end of the show, or if they're gonna continue it, make it get as close as possible
to Game of Thrones.
If that's what their goal is. I don't know what their goal is, but this particular story is really cut and dry. It's like they go to war, all the dragons
Uh,
take each other out, and then obviously,
What's next?
we know what sort of takes place.
Right,
Dragons basically go extinct till Daenerys.
right, right. Yeah, but then you got, story of the Mad King. You got, you know, the winter is coming. How that, how that came about.
They also have that other war that they fought where they tried to
Right,
overthrow the Mad King. The war to
right,
overthrow where Daenerys' brother got killed.
right.
War. Um, Jon Snow's real mother died, giving birth.
Uh-huh. Right.
Like they show certain glimpse.
Like, I don't want to get that far yet. Give me what I need with this war right now. Focus on this for the whole season. Just stay here. Stay in this time period. Minimum jumps. Even if it's gonna be a jump, a few years, not big jumps. But I'm excited, bro. Because what's my big nigga name? What's my big dude name that I always talk about? Yeah, the dragon.
Rhaegar? No.
Vagar.
Vagar,
Vagar, right?
some shit like that.
That's my nigga. Like, bro. These
Man, I think
dragons,
Vagar.
yeah.
So we put that.
We had an episode called Vagar.
Yeah, Vagar killing Arryn in the series. His name is Vagar.
Yeah.
Vhagar.
Vagar different, bro.
Yeah, that was so fucked up.
Vagar different, but they got a whole team of dragons, man, and they're gonna show. It's gonna be like jumps in the sense of the dragons growing up, like stuff like that, jumps like that. You have a smaller dragon, and then you do a little brief jump, few years where the dragon's now bigger. Small jumps like that, I'm with. Come on, man. Give me this story, dog. Give me this war. That's what I need.
War.
Right.
North got to get introduced.
I saw Mercy Awesome that they were gonna touch on introducing the North.
Because North always plays a role when it comes in this, obviously, this storyline. They always play a part. They're crucial to the whole story. Do you think we ever get some White Walkers in this?
In this season, or
just in the House of Dragons, period?
Yeah, I think so. I think they got to touch on how it came about.
Yeah, but the White Walkers technically predate the story that we're actually watching.
Yeah, but if it predates it, then that means that they were around during this story. So it's like,
yeah. So why wasn't they trying to move up and trying to smoke niggas then? What?
Yeah, right.
That would be dope to see. Like they like.
Yeah. Why wasn't winter coming during that time?
Yeah, so like what took place, or maybe they came, they defeated them, maybe because it was like a million dragons, so
right.
They won, but the wall held up. That was a good part of it. The wall held up. The wall has kept them out.
Yeah.
Still, like you see, they was making moves. They planned the Night King planned to win. I don't know. They could. That's a whole aspect of the story they could get into.
Because again, the Night King was trying to get the dragons, like
to go smoke them.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It ain't even been a conversation yet. Like it's not even. It don't seem like it's even a thought. Like winter is coming. Like so when if it predates this, when did it stop? And then when does it become a predominant part of their survival?
I just think that was something what the North had to deal with. Probably they was dealing with that shit.
That was something on their side of the world. Like
people would probably didn't believe them. Remember, they never. Maybe they've been fighting them the whole.
Fighting them, yeah. But nobody knew it because it wasn't nobody else's issue.
And nobody believed them. No one thought to bring fucking one of them.
Right.
Whole fucking shit. But I don't know. They got a lot of story to play with. They have a lot of story to play with.
I'm excited though, man. This shit gonna be good. We
But
gonna see, man. Vagar.
now let's get into this closing segment. I came up with a game. I named it Best of Seven.
Best of 7.
So I named it Best of Seven, but
Simply
this
the best.
it's called Best of Seven, but this is gonna be like a test out. So it'll be this one we'll play will be best. It'll be best of 5. So basically,
Okay.
the way I'll do it is so the first 3. I will be if it was best. I'm just explaining if it was best of 7. So it'll be 7 categories, right? 7
Okay.
categories. The first 3, I'll give you. Let's say I'll give you Nickelodeon. You got to give me 3 things associated with like Nickelodeon, or if I
Okay.
make it more specific. So the first 3 will be give me 3 things. Then the next 2 rounds, or the next 2 rounds, will be give me 5 things associated with set subject, and then it's more like a team. It's more like a team game. You could probably do like everybody for themselves, but it's more of like a team game. And then
Yeah.
and then you end off with I'll give you another, and then you gotta give me 7 things
Got you.
associated with the
I
one.
get you. I get what you're saying. I
So
get
it
exactly
just
what you're
goes
saying.
up, and then it ends with
Right.
7. So no matter, it's always gonna be a game. If you get smoked, we can end it in 6, but for the most part, it will always go to 7. So I'll give you a
Let's
category.
try it. Look. Let's try it out, man. Let's try it out.
I'll give you a category. You just gotta give me. I have 5 categories. So
Okay. So I could pick any one of the categories, or it's just like this category. This round is this
I'm
category.
gonna give you something, and then you just gotta give me. So if I say,
Okay.
for example, I give you an album, you gotta give me 3
Mhm.
songs on the album.
Got you.
TV show, 3 characters on the show,
Right.
3 characters, 3 actors, 3 quotables, or you could do a
Got it.
quotable, an actor,
Right.
and a
But
character.
you'll let me know what I got to do.
And as the rounds go, it'll go a little more difficult. So it'll be more
Got you.
specific based as
Got
you move up in the round.
All
So
right. Let's test this out.
for the first one, for round 1 / game 1,
Mhm.
Drake, Nothing Was the Same.
What am I doing?
So you gotta give me 3 records off the album.
Okay. 3 records off. Nothing was the same. You got started from the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You got you got 305 to My City.
Scrolling down. Yep, that's 2. That's track 11.
And you got Too Good with Rihanna.
Scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. I don't see.
No, that's not it. That's not on. Oh, it's the other shit. What else is on that album? Motherfucker Never Love Us. Fucking Never Love Us. You know now. The tour bus. Shit, nigga still playing my old shit. Oh shit, nigga won't know shit. Worst behavior.
I was about to say, I was looking at the song, like you gotta say the name of the song.
Worst behavior.
But I'm surprised you didn't name Pound Cake / Paz More Music.
With Jay. Yeah, with Jay. That's actually my actual favorite Drake album. And I can't even
Going Home.
That confused me for a minute because I was thinking, hold on, I'm going home. I'm thinking fucking Take Care.
Oh.
Like
but
but that's Find Your Love that's on Take Care.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it? Is Find Your Love on the first one?
I'm not gonna Take Care, and those 2, the first 2 albums always mix up. The first 2 albums always mix up.
Yeah.
Just mix up his first.
Nothing Was the Same is actually my favorite Drake album, and I know that album. So, but I got the 3. So we all got
3, and then we'll move to the next one. Give me 3 black sitcoms.
Oh, that's easy. You got Martin, you got Jamie Foxx, and I was just watching My Wife and Kids. So
Oh, easy. it's supposed to be like it's supposed to work its way up. Like sometimes
Yeah.
you can do the earlier rounds more difficult, but this is the
Yeah.
test run. I don't want to get
Right.
too
This is this a tryout. This a
this side,
trial.
you know.
Yeah, this the pilot.
All right, and I can give you actresses, and you can give me three things associated with them.
Okay.
Regina Hall.
Give you three things associated with her.
So you give me movies, TV shows.
Okay. I'll give you three movies. She was in Scary Movie. She was in Love and Basketball. And she was in multiple movies with Kevin Hart.
You can get one better than that.
And she was in.
It wasn't
also
movies with Kevin Hart, but you get one better than that. Shit, think about the more popular ones with Kevin Hart.
Think Like a Man. She's beautiful. Another one. That's another thing associated with her. She's very beautiful.
That's true. That is true.
So that's four things I gave you. Five things.
So that was so basically you then redid the three. So
okay.
It gets medium. New Jack City. So you gotta give me 5 things associated with New Jack City.
Okay. So
character,
5 things.
quotables.
Okay.
You can think actors too.
Okay, so sit your $5 ass before I make change. Cancel this bitch. I'll get another one. You got it be calling me, man. It be calling me. Okay. You got
straight lines. See, you can actors.
I can know. I mean, I could easily go Nino Brown and Dddy Man and stuff like that. But I like the I want to shoot you so bad, it make my dick hard. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff. That's another quotable. You got Rockabye Baby. You know what I'm saying? That's a bunch of
you went
New Jack.
straight with the
with the quotables and shit. New Jack got a bunch
that's the example of it. You can do when it gets to that. You can name all of that.
Quotables, actors, characters. Got it.
Maybe
but I like the I like the quotables.
I'll do a rating system. So say you name something that's a little more like people may not remember from a said movie, it'll give you a little more points.
Give you an extra point. Like a +2. If you could, I get what you said, but you gotta
something that's not as like like there's like the notable quotables and there's other quotables that when you watch it you just remember it because it's like whatever.
Or like, can you tell me so using New Jack? Can you tell me the actor name who plays Dddy Man?
Yeah, you could do that too. Yeah,
like just an extra bit, something like most people won't know.
And just to get like more increase. So like I said, this is a tryout run, but this is
this is the pilot for the game.
So
I'm liking it so far.
That's New Jack, and then the last one is 5 things associated with LL Cool J.
5 things associated with LL Cool J.
Give me music records, movies.
I could go a bunch of things with LL. So first, you got the lip licking. You got the Timberlands with the one leg up and shit. You know what I'm saying? That was his look. FUBU.
He did rock.
Was rocking FUBU heavy when it was out. You got Into Deep.
It's a movie.
You know what I'm saying? And you got Any Given Sunday.
I thought Any Given Sunday would be the first thing that you.
And you got Mama Say Knock You Out. You got I Need Love. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of LL.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
So that's more or less of how the game works. So it's like I give you something, you have the whole culture to like
to pick from.
So that's more how the game works.
No, I like that. I like it.
And it'll be like a best 7. So then the next round will be 7 things. So I'll go the first 3 will be 3. The next 2 will be 5, and then you end it with the last 2 will be 7 things.
Got it.
And compete, and then I probably could make a point system or whatnot. And
right. But then again, as you get higher, then you make it more specific.
more specific and more difficult too.
Yeah. So that'd make it difficult. So as you get to the 7, then you don't have like the whole culture to pull from. You have something in specific, like LL co-stars, movies that actresses who co-starred in movies with LL type shit.
That or give me 2 side actors from New Jack. So we just
Right, exactly.
give me 2
Right,
side actors, or
right.
2 side actors, 2 side characters.
2 side characters.
So it's like
Yeah.
that's 4 different things, but you gotta give me
Right,
2 side actors that you
right,
and it has to be correct, and then 2 side
right.
characters that also apply to it, and then
Yeah,
make it more difficult. That's my goal.
yeah. As it get higher, you get more specific in what you're looking for.
That's like part of my goal, but that's how somewhat the game
Yeah.
works. Still gotta work it out.
Yeah.
But
I like what you said. It's called Best of 7.
I call it best of 7.
I like it. It's a pilot, a little fine tuning. I think we can make it work. I think
No, we could.
Yeah.
It's just new, certain things to work on, but best.
And you know, and then we can flip it and we can take it over to OSA and do a sports version and shit.
Do a sports version of it too.
Yeah.
That's what I try to do. Sometimes certain games I try to create it and where we can use it in another platform.
And other facets, yeah. I fuck with it.
But yep, best
Good game.
7. But hope you fans enjoyed the new game. The C2 community has definitely put a lot of games into the
word into the stratosphere and shit. Like,
so hope y'all enjoy every game that we put out. Some of them is legit fun to play.
yeah.
Some is just our work in progresses, and when they reach their true peak, it'll be even more better. But
Facts.
that being said, let's wrap on this brand new episode of Another Shitty Opinion Podcast. Your boy John, my co-host Zev, and we are out.